Hello, welcome to this your channel of the better Eurofan, that's me. It seemed that Ireland was taking the right path into Junior Contest after having achieved their best historic result, but the proposal that closed the trilogy of Celtic entries performed by Jessica McKean during last year's contest supposed a serious stumble after placing last in the final ranking. Even so, despite the floods suffered, Ireland is still appointed to its participation in the competition, hoping to keep showing the best of the Irish young talent to the rest of Europe. Now we will see who will be the young artists that will have the occasion of representing the Gaelic country in Madrid. Let's go! For today's episode, I'm going to review the Irish entry for Junior Eurovision 2024, which will be represented by singer Enya Cox Dempsey with the song Le Kill, which in English translates as Together. And together with her fellow contestants, she will also have the chance to shine on her own merit on the main stage of the Junior contest. In the meantime, let's begin with the review. As usual, we are going to take a look first to her biography and career before her embarking in her Eurovision experience in the Spanish capital. Enya is 14 years old and comes from the town of Castleknock located in Southern Ireland. She demonstrates a huge passion for music since she was a little girl, to the point that she started to develop her musical skills by singing and inventing songs in her family house. In this sense, her mother and her uncle will play a key role in Enya's musical development, by bearing her biggest support and by being the people that have been with her in all her steps to become little by little in a musical artist. She starts to take singing classes at the age of 8, improving her vocal skills, and she also loves to play the drums, although it is not too delightful for her mother as the drums are set out in her bedroom. Musically speaking, Enya has multiple influences from diversity of musical genres, from jazz to pop going through rock, being this one her favorite genre. She admires a lot of big artists of the genre like Queen, Green Day, Nirvana, Foo Fighters or Metallica, although she also likes a wide variety of artists in other musical genres like Rihanna, Billie Eilish, Lana Del Rey, Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars or Miley Cyrus, just to mention a few of them. On the other hand, she is a Eurovision fan since she was a little girl, primarily thanks to her father, as he is also a huge fan of the contest, and she also has stated that she always has dreamed about representing Ireland at Junior Eurovision. As a curious anecdote, Enya will have her first appearance on television with her participation in the Late Late Toy Show, which is a Christmas special edition of the Late Late Show, which showcases the popular toys of the year in the context of the campaign for the Christmas season, in which young artists are usually invited to perform in the show. This experience will motivate her to participate in the open calls for the Junior National Final Junior Eurovision era, without imagining that she will have the chance to accomplish her dream of representing her country at Junior Eurovision. Let's see how was her time in the Junior National Final. As it has been usual, the Gaelic Irish Public Broadcaster will organize what it went to be the 9th edition of the Junior National Final Junior Eurovision era, which will select this time both artists and the song that would represent the country in Spain. About the format and its dynamic, it will have some changes compared to the last edition. The first shows will have different topics in a similar way done like in other European Junior National Finals, while the final show will be pre-recorded. Unlike the past edition, it will include a super final and the public vote will be discarded, just remaining the jury vote. Beyond these changes, the rest of the dynamics will remain similar, airing the different shows between mid-September and last mid-October. Enya will make her first appearance from the second show, where she will perform the song Driver's License by American singer Olivia Rodrigo, while in the third show 1 week later she will perform the song Someone You Love by British singer and songwriter Lewis Capaldi. Both performances will grant her qualification to the semi-final after the reviews from the jury. During that semi-final, she will perform the song Back to Black by renowned British singer and songwriter Amy Winehouse, with which she will get a spot in the final show. Thereafter, during the final show that was aired in last mid-October, each of the 3 finalists will perform a song from an international artist and a Eurovision winning song, with the jury selecting the 2 finalists that will advance to the super final. This time, Enya will perform once again the song Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo, like in the second show, and the song Arcade by Dutch singer and songwriter Duncan Lawrence, Eurovision winner in 2019 during the edition held in Tel Aviv, Israel, managing to advance to the super final. Later in the super final, in a very similar dynamic like in the Polish Junior National Final, the super finalists will perform an unreleased song, being the same for the 2 of them, with which they will represent the country at Junior Eurovision, with the winner being chosen by the jury. Finally, after their performances, the jury will decide to grant the victory to Enya, therefore winning the competition and subsequently gaining the right of representing Ireland in Madrid. A few days after the final show, the final version of the song will be released, which is supposedly has been pre-recorded by the 3 finalists prior to the final show, then releasing Enya's version as the winner with its accompanying official music video. Shining like stars in the sky. Now I'm going to analyze more in detail about this proposal, with which she will soon take to the junior contest stage. Opposite to what was thought at first, the melody in this case is a modern pop dance track instead of a rocky sound much closer to Enya's style. In the other hand, her voice is sweet during the verses and powerful during the chorus and the bridge. Regarding to the lyrics, it has been written fully in Irish by a trio of Irish songwriters. From 3 streets stand out Ian James White, who has a previous experience at Eurovision, being one of the backing vocalists for Nick Byrne, former Irish representative in 2016 during the edition held in Stockholm, Sweden. Talking about the contest he has behind, it talks about the inner fight of a person facing many doubts and insecurities. And in that process of finding the strength and the self-confidence, a special person appears, for whom we are capable to push ourselves to overcome all those setbacks, to become a better version of oneself together with that person. From here the song's title. All this can be appreciated by reading the lyrics in detail, previously translated at first, in which many metaphors are used. The mountains, which represent precisely that process of overcoming those personal doubts and insecurities. The star in the sky, representing that special person, and the wings that are representing that acquired strength and bravery to shine in the sky next to that person. This makes me think that the lyrics will be dedicated to Enya's mother, taking into account the strength bond they have and being Enya's main support in her musical development. And it is because it perfectly matches whatever is casual or not. The song intends to transmit a deep message, in this case emphasizing the fight for the dreams, although the way to get there can be difficult, keeping ourselves brave and resilient by facing the life challenges to eventually be able to shine and now stand next to our special person. Now that we have checked out the song in detail, let's see how it's portrayed the contest described through the official music video. The plot begins with a group of teenagers in a concert hall distracted with their mobile phones, until suddenly some red lights light up the stage, with Enya appearing from the backstage to step in the front of the microphone already at the center of the stage. There is a spotlight on her while she starts to perform the first verse. As long as she is singing, it raises the attention of the teenagers little by little. One of them gets closer to the stage until she starts to dance with the music by herself, and thereafter she encourages the rest to join her. By the first chorus, the scene changes when Enya, now at the house surrounded by many child dancers that are doing an energetic choreography, while she showcases a lot of energy and charisma, matching with the hectic rhythm in this part of the song, alternating with shots of the teenagers jumping and having fun in the house. The dynamic remains pretty similar by the second verse and the second chorus, with shots of Enya both in the stage and the house. And then during the bridge there are close-ups of Enya alternated with one of the child dancers performing ballet and acrobatic movements, until the picture is divided with shots of Enya at the house, of the teenagers dancing also at the house, and of Enya together with the child dancers performing another choreography around her. With the last chorus, the picture is whole once again, and it goes back to the same energetic dynamic dynamic like in the first chorus, this time with the teenagers watching them from behind. Towards the end of the music video, there is a succession of all the shots previously seen before, until the performance finishes with Enya turning around and walking to the stage. Prior to the release of the official music video, Enya already had the chance of presenting the proposal during the final show of the Junior National Final. Let's see that how was her live performance during her participation at Junior Eurovision 80. Recalling the staging in the Junior National Final, the performance was focused on her singing the song in the center of the stage, with the imagery of a green tunnel inside in motion, in contrast precisely with the orange dress worn by Enya. It could be said that this has been a demo version of the song, because the second verse and the second chorus were not included, and the backing vocals were not that polished, as this could be heard later with the final version of the track. Taking into account that the two super finalists performed the same song, you could compare between the two of them, and for me it had total sense that the jury chose Enya, as she had a flawless vocal performance with a remarkable vocal control from her, taking into account that it is a song hard to perform, and besides that she also danced and moved around the stage. I think that if the public had voted like in past editions, it would surely have voted mostly for her, then achieving a more than undisputable victory. Making a summary of all the comments, I like very much the Irish entry for this year. This proposal evidently represents a change of trend after a series of entries with a remarked Celtic touch, showcasing this time another different facet that Irish can be featured in other musical genres apart from Celtic traditional music. On the other hand, it is noticeable that Enya does not only have a great voice, but also has a lot of charisma, despite not being herself too experienced performing on stage, but I have the feeling that she will stand out a lot with one of the most powerful proposals of the edition in my opinion. I can imagine that the staging imagery will be very cheerful and danceable, following the same dynamic previously seen with the music video, although there could be room for one or two surprises. In any case, there are a lot of expectations on how she will present her proposal. We only have to wait a few days to see her shining on the stage, accomplishing then her Eurovision dream. This has been the Irish proposal of this year for the Junior contest. And what do you think? Do you like these different faces presented by Ireland, or maybe it did not get your attention that much? Whatever is your opinion, let me know in the comments down below to keep the discussion. And this is it for today's episode. If this video has been of your taste, then take a few seconds to give a like so you can bring me your support and you help me to keep spreading this video among more people. Subscribe to my channel, enable notifications by the bell to be aware of the upcoming reviews, and find me through my social media as well. Take care and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.